Hello, everybody. My name is Worker Johannes, and I will be explaining today what an airfoil is. An airfoil essentially is, say, for example, my arm is a Boeing 747 wing. If you cut it into many pieces, right, looking at it from this angle, and you take those slices out, pop it out right here, that would be your airfoil. Essentially, it shows where the aerodynamics come into play for your wing, right? Because as Bernoulli's principle states, as air is flowing to a aerodynamic object, there's higher pressure created on the bottom and there's lower pressure created on the top, which creates lift. With this airfoil, we are able to determine, or rather, we use this airfoil and we design a specific type of airfoil using the NACA system, which states, for example, let's say we have an NACA 2412 airfoil. Like that states that the two of the 2412 is the 2% curve of the wing itself. And then the 40% is the front camber of the wing, and then the 12% is how thick as it is long. My compilation, the code uses the NACA number system, and it pretty much uses the numbers of the system and it creates the curve on an XY chart, which pretty much draws out the whole entire airfoil. Creation for this project, we were given a MATLAB based code and we were told to create our own specific type of airfoil that we saw fit because with mine, I wanted it to be as like aerodynamic as I saw fit and how similar it may look to an actual airfoil, actual wing. So what we did was we did that on our MATLAB code, and then after that, once we did that, we saved the file, and then we transferred to a CNC router, which then engraved our custom airfoil piece into a wooden slab. And after the cutting process, we carefully sanded the pieces smoothly to smooth out the surface and highlight the clean lines of the airfoil, or rather, highlight the shape itself. Once the wood was ready, we used a laser engraver to etch out our name and college on the final product, and then the entire process used our engineering school skills, our hands-on craftsmanship, and we were able to do that to polish and personalize the final piece. The main goal of the project was to show how coding and engineering can come together in real life because we use coding to use our preference of what kind of airfoil shape we wanted to have. And then by changing the MATLAB code, we understood how formulas came into play with this. Formulas came into play with how it could create a shape, or it could create a certain type of shape um, for our design. And then using the CNC router and the laser engraver help, it gave us the hands-on and creative aspect of engineering that we all love. And so overall, this project taught me more about like how we could actually made me realize more of how coding and engineering come together and how it came out in my eyes, came out straight out of my eyes, and I was able to see it in fruition. That'll be all. Thank you.